So let's welcome in now live Indiana Congressman Marlin Stutzman. Congressman, welcome to the show, sir.
Good evening, Ed. Great to be with you this evening.
What do you make of all this hate on the left? They whip up these Molotov cocktail fires at Tesla dealerships. We've talked about it. CNN and others don't want to talk about it. Now you got a leftist. He wrote all kinds of crazy stuff on social media, F Trump and other things. And then he tries to kill the Democrat governor of Pennsylvania and his family. When does this hate on the left end?
Oh, Ed, I tell you, we're not the same. We may not buy beer from a company that's gone woke, but we don't go light up Tesla vehicles and scratch other people's cars up and, beat up on people that you disagree with. We're just not the same. And, I think the general public needs to be paying close attention to what the differences are, because while we may have disagreements over policy, there is no way to act like this. And, this is just another case of it in Pennsylvania that is so disgusting that a man would do this to the governor of Pennsylvania and to the governor's mansion, for that matter.
Absolutely. And what do you make of CNN putting on one of their correspondents, that Irish guy there, saying there's no equivalent to the hate that we see on the right in Charlottesville and January? They always drag out Charlottesville, even though they lied about that. And CNN seems to needs to get a lesson about what's happening in Pennsylvania and other places.
They absolutely do. They're not paying attention. They're just trying to rewrite history, but the facts are the facts. And, you go to any sort of, I remember back during Obamacare, that was when I got really involved at the federal level and would go to rallies across Indiana. And every time the people were peaceful, we voiced our opinion. We picked up our trash afterwards. We made our point and we went home. And, on the left, it's starting fires. It's beating people. It's dangerous. It's putting our police officers in danger. When on the right has you ever seen the police officers been in danger from a demonstration? Never. It's always going to be on the left because they're dangerous people.
Yeah, it was like the summer of love in 2020 when they said it was mostly peaceful, and they were burning down cities like Minneapolis and going after the police, to your point. Speaking of CNN, one of their anchors was in the Oval Office today pressing the President of the United States and the President of El Salvador about this guy they call a Maryland dad who was really an MS-13 gang member. Let's watch.
The question is preposterous. How can I smuggle a terrorist into the United States? I don't have the power to return him to the United States.
So you can release him inside El Salvador?
Yeah, but I'm not releasing, we're not very fond of releasing terrorists into our country. We just turned the murder capital of the world into the safest country of the Western Hemisphere, and you want us to go back into the releasing criminals so we can go back to being the murder capital of the world? No, that's not going to happen.
We've got to all be better than our enemies. This is America, and we need to have due process rights. But I'm trying to understand how the left in this country, including CNN, want to stand up for an illegal immigrant that two different courts found was not just here illegally, but was an MS-13 gang member. And they're trying to press the president of El Salvador, bring this illegal immigrant gang member back to America.
God bless President Bukele. I have never seen, it's been a long time since we've seen our president here in the United States and a president from El Salvador or anywhere else that's saying, you know what, we're going to be tough on crime and we're not going to back down to anybody. When do we in America, we love safety, we love security, and what has happened over the past 4 years, and I would actually say over the past several decades, even under the Obama administration, but we have seen thugs, gangs. We live about an hour east of Chicago, and we see the drug trafficking that and human trafficking, sex trafficking that it flows through Chicago. That has been allowed because we don't have strong leadership at the top. President Trump is making America safe again, and he's got allies now around the world that are stepping up and saying, you know what, we're going to join forces with President Trump because they want their countries to be safe as well.
Absolutely. You mentioned thugs. We've seen this, as I mentioned a moment ago, on college campuses as well. Some here on student visas at Columbia University and elsewhere. A judge late Friday declared, and most of these judges have been liberal and they've been against the president, that man, the Columbia student Mahmoud Khalil, that the Trump administration can get him out of this country. Do you think the tide is going to start turning between actions like this and the fact that the administration is cracking down on Columbia and Harvard and others in terms of federal money that's been flowing to them, are we going to finally get some law and order on these campuses?
I think so. And, President Trump's doing the right thing by starting to freeze funds. If there's anything that speaks to these college campuses and these college elites in the administration is that you start tying their funds up. I tell you, we need to start making sure that that is not a breeding ground. Our college campuses aren't breeding grounds for terrorist activity. And President Trump knows it. He sees it. He's got the team to go after them, make sure that our country is safe in the long run. This is where I think the Democrats have it all wrong. They think that allowing all this lawlessness to go unchecked somehow is good for their politics. Look at the polling. Even CNN is seeing that the polling for Republicans and President Trump is stronger than what they ever expected it. It's because we have a true leader at the top who's not afraid to call these thugs out, go after them, and put them in jail.
Absolutely. Congressman, you're obviously a great patriot. I see you've got two great Americans, Michael Jordan and Ronald Reagan behind you. We're going to have you back soon. Marlon Stutzman from the great state of Indiana. Thank you, sir.